Fortuna. I gotta get it going. Okay, Fortuna. Why don't I do my grippers, man? What's wrong? I do not have a feet fetish. We got some Fortuna stuff going on today. Okay, and look, I don't have a feet fetish. I don't know why. I keep hearing people tell me I got a feet fetish. Okay, I don't know why I have a feet fetish. But anyway, outside of that, okay, look. Fortuna. Okay, guys, Fortuna. That's where we at. Fortuna. Let's get into it, guys. Fortuna. Okay, you already know with the logo. You already know with the freaking name of the video. Okay, I've been talking about this. I've been plugging this everywhere. Fortuna. We're finally here. So, what does Fortuna entails? Fortuna is an open region that is on Venus and really the second open world that Warframe ever produced. Now, really, Fortuna is more of a city hub that houses the NPCs and the daily people that you talk to get your quests from, your items from, and what you really care about, you know, spending your time really working on, whatever your choice that you pick. Now, once you find your objective that you're trying to do, or maybe you want to farm a new weapon, maybe you have a favorite amp that you want to build, maybe you just want to go out and mine a little bit, or fish. I don't understand how in the world you want to fish in a video game, but anyway, fish, right? You then make your way over to this elevator that brings you down to the Orb Vallis. And this is pretty much the open world that Fortuna offers. So why did I make this video? This video is gonna be me going through a journey of completing Fortuna with some main objectives that I have laid out for myself in order to be done with Fortuna. They are: number one, I must become level 5 in Fortuna so I can have access to everything that Fortuna has to offer. Number two, I must build 2 pits. So in Fortuna, there is a NPC called the Legs. You pretty much talk to him if you ever want to build any type of pit components. He has 2 different variants, so you can build like a little robot looking guy, or you can go with a simple like dog. Okay, I don't want the dog. I want the Romat. Okay, number 3, I must build 2 kick guns in Fortuna. One must be crit based, the other one must be status based. Now, I did hear some things about a kit gun not being so great nowadays, but overall, I want the gun. I haven't had a kit gun before, so I'm gonna build that. And lastly, rule number 4, I must build 2 amp guns. This pretty much ties back to my first objective, which is becoming level 5. So then I have access to Little Duck, because that's the only way you're able to talk to her unless you get 5. And with that, the objectives are out of the way. Before we jump into this video here, like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification button. You know, the usual thing that everyone says on this channel. I want to also say thank you guys. I hit 100 subscribers on my YouTube, and I did it because of you guys. I really do appreciate it. So with that being said, I hope you guys enjoy the content and catch you guys in the next video.
Is it standing? Yeah.
These ain't from around here, or anywhere that I know of.
Okay, so as you see, I'm like level 3.
Sure, we can.
I do have a lot of these, so that's good. That means really if I just spend my time leveling up, I should have, yeah, what is that? Quick math, 4, that's 5. So yeah, I won't be done, so I have to wait until the 9 hours. But yeah, let's do it. I'm not really strong enough to really handle Still Path all that well.
Anyone asks?
So.
We never talked.
3, 2, 1, go!
Nice. I hate these missions, bro. I swear to God. If I had the choice to either like throw a cooked honey bun at a homeless person or do these missions, I swear to God I would pick throwing the honey bun at a freaking homeless person instead of doing this, dude. I hate these. They take forever. If I ever had to do this by myself, like, trust me, I am never finding like these caches. Like, it's almost there. I'm at level 4 now. So like, people who play mouse and keyboard, right? Do y'all like have y'all arm wrestling, or like, is it more like outwards, like this, like in the air or whatever? Because like I tend to want to just relax my arm a lot more when I play. Okay.
And with that out of the way, we can finally start on something that I regret so very much, coming to play Warframe. And I hate it with a passion. You know, let me just yap about this real quick. If you find this enjoyable in the day-to-day games that you play, something's wrong with you, okay? Maybe you didn't get loved when you was a child. Maybe you wasn't a favorite from your grandparents. Okay, or maybe your siblings ate all your sweets and desserts every single time you was trying to eat that one favorite thing. And that is fishing if you like it, okay? Don't understand how you like fishing. Okay, you are like a specimen to this world. Fishing is the most hated thing on my list to do, okay? I would literally, okay, step on Lego blocks before I ever do fishing, okay? But I have to do it. So in Fortuna, there's a guy in there called Business. You pretty much talk to him about anything that's fish related. He gives you the fishing rod that you need in order to fish in Fortuna, and it also gives you like baits that you can use for typical fish that you will either need to do in the warm section or the cold section that is in the open world of Orb Vallis. Now, do you really need to buy the bait for that? No, not really. But if you're someone like me or like yourself who's going through Fortuna, farming for something unique or just specific item, you may want to stock up on a lot of these, which I did for majority of this. Now we can start with this dreadful journey, which is fishing. My first kit gun that I want to make was something dealing with crit, because I always just tend to fall in love with a lot of guns that have crit anyway, personally. So I want to go with Rattle Guts, Killstream, and Trimmer. Now during this process, guys, I'm not gonna lie, I fell asleep majority of this. Or simply, I was probably punching a wall waiting on it to either be cold or hot.
So guys, we're just going to wait until it's warmer. We got nothing else better to do.
But funny enough, that made me not hate it in a way. Like, even though I hated fishing, and I still do, I still hate fishing to this day. You know, surprisingly, sitting down in Fortuna's fishing wasn't that bad. So when you do this, right, and you use the fishing rod that the Fortuna people give you, what this rod in particular does, if you throw it and you hit one of the fishes, and then you do this little mini game test thing where you have to get it at like a certain spot, and you click it, and then boom, you get it. Now what that does is it electrocutes all the fishes that's in the vicinity, and if you pick up the item that's from Cetus, and that will pretty much highlight any of the fish, then you turn around and get like the particular box thing or bait that you need for your particular fish that you're farming for. Then you just pop both of those things down, you wait, you make sure that you're in the right cold or hot area or season or stage that the map is in, and then you just go from there. And really deep down, it wasn't that bad as I sat through it, but at the same time, like going through this, I feel like my life was in hands of the fish more often than me sitting down trying to farm for the weapon. It was enjoyable, but man, it took very long. And I had to farm for 2 kit guns, not 1, and then turn around and do this for pets and a imp. But before we jump into the whole pets and kit gun portion of this, let me just show you a little bit of what was going on, and you see it as I play this through while I'm talking. Hear me out. Okay, hear me out. Technically, I'm able to do this. Okay, I got the plat. I want to do this. I don't want to fish. Okay, me and fishing don't work. Okay,
I don't know about you guys. I don't know about me. Fish does not work. Okay, cannot do fishing. Will not do fishing. I would rather jump off a building than do fishing. Okay, don't know why. Warframe just doesn't do it for me in fishing. Okay, I swear to God, if you put me in like a chair with rope on and you told me I had to fish, or you shoot me in my head, shoot me in my head. Please shoot me. I would rather do that than fish. Okay, forget that. I'm going to do this. Why is there warm and cold in this? Now I have to sit here and basically do this until warm is up, because I don't need warm. I need cold for the first time in the game. You know what I want to do, chat? You know what I want to do? Wake me up when I get cold. Bruh, I fell asleep waiting.
Now the next NPC that I got acquainted with is Smoke Finger. He's basically the guy that you talk to whenever you want to buy certain ores in order to be built in your foundry, and he also offers the Fortuna like gun for it as well. And this gun really deep down will help you more often than opposed of the Cetus one. You can run it, but overall it's just better to use that gun, because if you cared about the higher or rare materials, you kind of have to use that weapon over the Cetus weapon. It wouldn't let you get any of those ores. So with that being said, I had to tend to farm a couple ores and stuff whenever I was like bored or not falling asleep and got tired of waiting on the cold or hot variants for the fish.
Hey!
Before we continue on with the Fortuna video, I want to show a color scheme that has been going on in my head for quite some time now, and it's from an anime called Dungeon Mesh, whatever the name is, I don't know. But the anime itself is pretty much about cooking. So they will go in these dungeons, fight different monsters, and then cook them because, well, they don't have no more food down there and they have to survive. So I wanted to do a color scheme off of Phelan the dragon. And if you know, you know. If you don't, I highly encourage you go out there and watch it. It's a pretty good anime. Got really hyped on it and really hooked on it. And lastly, if you like the content, then feel free to like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification button. You know, the usual thing that everyone says on our channel. And with that, let's get back to the Fortuna video. And we finally built our first kit gun. Now, I couldn't just walk around with that particular kit gun. You know, I at least wanted something on the other side of the coin, right? Since this is Warframe. So I wanted to make a kit gun that had stat chance. So I want to change out a couple things, which are Rattle Guts for gas. And then I was going to use Brash for like the grip. But I'm not gonna lie, guys. It took way too long to farm, and then too I had to turn around and fish again. And so the best option to me to do this was just to turn around and use trimmer again. So then I'm gonna go with gas, trimmer, and flutterfly, if that's the right pronunciation of the word. But basically I wanted more stat chance and lower crit rate. Now with that being said, to this day right now, even though this recording of this video has been recorded a good bit back, I still have not came up with a name for both of these weapons. So I'm just saying, if you got like a funny name that you just cooking, drop it down in the comments for me and I will use that and I will post about it in my next video. Please give me the most out of pocket, like throwing out the chromosome brain thinking names that you can come up. Okay, so I recorded this, or like a lot of it, and I did not record me actually building the second weapon for the kit gun. So this is pretty much the kit gun right here. This is the one that I was trying to do for like majority of stat chance. So I've got like a 39%. So yeah, that is pretty much built, and we're gonna be moving on next over to the pets.
So the next NPC here is Legs. Legs is pretty much this guy that shows you all the different components that you need for your pet to be built. Now, you can go two ways with this, guys. You can build a robot, so you can have your own little dog, okay, which everyone loves a little dog, right? Or you can go with something more intricate and something a little bit more classy that I would say more of like robot looking. And that's what I really wanted to go with. I didn't want a dog. I don't like dogs. Dogs are not really my forte, okay? So with that being said, I wanted to build two pets, and I kept them the same in all honesty because one, I'm lazy trying to make multiple different ones and farm for more than just one item. So I went ahead and built two of the same, but the only thing I really changed was, I believe, the head and also the body part for the most part. But other than that, that was the main goal. Now, after falling asleep again and again and even again, okay, with me just farming, going back into the world, picking up some fish and pick up some more materials so they're not gonna have enough to build both of the pets, I finally got them done. And with that being said, we can finally make our way over to the imps, which is Little Duck. If you've been living on Rock, then you probably have never heard of Little Duck, but Little Duck is the person that you normally go to whenever you want to build an imp or get the materials or components that you want to use in order to create one. Now, throughout my journey, while I was working on my weapons, while I was trying to get my pet built and everything else, I was working on Little Duck little by little, and there was two ways I did this. Number one was making sure that I picked up Tronroids, I believe, and also the Namer Isoplast. Okay, it's like this new material that they have for some of the missions if you do on the first open world, and then also doing any mission, or really the only mission that Little Duck has to offer with her, and it makes it 10 times easier. The reason why I did this route instead of just focusing on getting majority of Tronroid or whatever is I didn't want to use those, because in order to build your imps, you had to farm for some of those. So like it was kind of like shooting yourself in the foot if you was gonna level up Little Duck and then turn around had to build the imp. So instead, I farmed a ton of missions for the No More, which saved me a ton of time doing this, man. I would say definitely people before the new material came out, I know y'all struggled through this, but throughout y'all suffering, I thank the Lord, because now I don't have to go through that problem.
For work, pretty much got all these built. Every last thing. Now that is built. Now these two got to be built because we're building two amps, not one, two. So we're gonna have these running. So when I wake up in the morning, they'll be ready. And then when I get off from work, I can test these out. Now, let's go build our amps. Okay, yep.
Things need getting done. Run your optics over this.
So this is the 777. Hey. That crit, yes sir. Yes sir. That's what I wanted.
I think we're done. I think I finished everything that I want to show off. I gotten both of my pets, got both of my amps. I got to level 5, and right now what you guys are seeing is the Prophet Taker. So I did everything what I wanted to do on Fortuna, and that was my Fortuna run. Very glad. I'm very glad for this to be done. Not gonna lie, the video took a while. It took a wow. I want to also address like if there's like little moments in my video where it was really like pixelated. I didn't realize that at the time that when I was recording, I didn't have the right setups for it, and so that's why some of the stuff was pixelated from my OBS and everything. It came out really smooth on, well, so it came out really smooth on OBS, but then when I actually looked at the clip itself, it wasn't. So yeah, luckily I got it fixed. I don't have to worry about that no more, which now with the Prophet Taker clip that you're seeing right now, you know, it's not pixelated whatsoever. So I don't have to worry about it anymore for none of my videos, but I'm happy. I finally got done with Fortuna. I did everything what I wanted to do. I want to show off the little things that I wanted to farm and stuff, and
if you made it this far, I appreciate it. Like, I'm not even gonna lie, I appreciate you guys for sticking all the way through, watching this video. It took a lot, and thank you. I want to also say, leave down in the comments, you know, what did you guys farm? You know, what did you run on your Fortuna? What builds did you work on for your amps? Do you have a specific amp? Right now, I'm trying to think of a way to make my amp more of like a shotgun. I don't know how to make that yet, so that's kind of like in my brain to figure out. But other than that, I will catch you guys in the next one.